So this is a short little video on some of the sampling techniques that can be used in taking surveys. The very first one is like a simple random sample. So that's like drawing names out of a hat. We're using a random number generator to choose the numbers. Somehow it's just something randomly is happening, drawing names or picking balls out of a hat or something like that to get who's in your sample. The second one is a systematic method, and that is where they have set up some sort of system. So it could be like every fifth person chosen or something like that, or it could be every other person, or it could be the first three people you see. Somehow there's a system set up to take your survey. The third one is called a stratified, and the stratified sample is where you go in by groups. Okay, so let's say you're taking a high school class and you're going to split up into get so many grade 9s. So you want to make sure that you have 25% being grade 9s. You have 25% being grade 10s, 25% being grade 11s, and 25% being grade 12s. Now that's assuming that your school is entirely made up of equal amounts in each grade. It might not be, so if it's not, then you would adjust your percentages to reflect where the percentage of your school would be. But it's breaking up your sample, or how many people you're going to get for each one according to the different size of different groups within your school. Or maybe you're splitting up according to gender, maybe you're splitting up according to some other sort of demographic that you want to break it up. Maybe it's by age, so you have a certain percentage, as long as that in your sample that reflects what the same percentage of your population would be. That's called stratified. A cluster is a cluster sample is where you can find a small group that represents the larger population. So maybe there's a small group of people, be it a class, maybe it's a class in the school. You want to survey students, and there's one class that's just like a miniature version of your school. You have every different group represented in that class. Different ages or different backgrounds or different academic levels. They're all in that same kind of class, and that would be considered a cluster because you can just ask that small little group about that, whatever your question might be. Multi-stage would be you break your survey down into layers, or break your sampling technique down into layers. So maybe you want to survey in a town. So you're going to start by choosing random streets. Then you're going to choose random houses on those streets. Or maybe you want to start even larger. Maybe you want to start in your whole country. You're going to choose a random province, and you're going to choose random cities within the province. And then you're going to choose random subdivisions within the cities within the province. Then you're going to choose random streets within, but you're going to break it down one level at a time. That's considered multi-stage. Voluntary response, so that means you're doing a voluntary survey asking who wants to be a part of your survey. Okay, who wants to answer my question? And the last one is a convenience sample, and that is where you're just basically asking whoever is available. So whoever is around, that's who you're going to ask, whoever is available to answer your question. Okay, so there's 7 different types of sampling techniques. Some are better than others. Obviously, the more random you get, the better it is, and the more better your sample reflects the population, the more accurate your sample will be and your survey will be. Some of them are just are easier than others to do, but other ones are better. So it's each type sample you do, you have to take into consideration what technique you're going to use, because every situation requires something different. Thank you very much.